Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program video. Last time, we sent an SSTO to Duna, and this time, we're going to be finishing off the low Kerbal orbit space station I made during a live stream. Now that live stream will be linked in the iCard, but just a fair warning, there is some swearing. I had Synchrony as a special guest on that stream, and he's from Australia, so it's kind of second nature there. So if you're sensitive to that sort of thing, I would steer clear of the stream. But anyways, here's the space station. So yeah, I had to make some modifications to it. As you can see, it's a big gravity ring station. And yeah, I did have to make some modifications to it because, yeah, the Kraken kind of got to it. So instead of the solar panel array that I had in the live stream, we have a nuclear generator, which is just basically all the RTGs clipped into this service bay. And then I kind of made this part seem like the nuclear generator, and that's just full of a bunch of reaction wheels. So yeah, it works. There's also a couple more RTGs clipped up atop here, because this top part, if you guys know, is actually a Dres relay tower. I just decided to take a Dres relay tower, chop it in half, and stick it to the top here. So yeah, the top right here is a Dres relay tower, just for communications and stuff. And yeah, it works pretty well. This is also a gravity ring. This gravity ring actually spins. Well, the thing is, it doesn't spin. But we'll get to that in a bit, because yeah, the gravity ring isn't gonna spin, because yeah, if I toggle the torque here, I'll just show you guys. So if I put the torque on, as you can see, it doesn't spin the ring, it spins the core, because this has a lot higher of angular momentum. This has a lot less angular momentum, so it's choosing the path of least resistance. But I'm hoping the goal for today is to dock 3 refueling tanks, 3 massive refueling tanks to this station. And then hopefully once we do that, that will allow the station to spin, allow the ring to spin and the core stay stationary. Yeah, because even with SAS turned on, yeah, it just spins the central core. But yeah, we can kind of spin the ring a little bit if we apply the brakes and spin the middle. As you can see, the ring slowly starts to pick up velocity. And then if we disengage the brakes, as you can see, there you go, the ring's kind of spinning by itself. But it's obviously going a lot slower. We need that to be spinning a lot faster to generate any reasonable amount of gravity. But yeah, even if we have SAS on and toggle the torque of this, turn the torque on, yeah, it does nothing. If we turn the SAS off, the central spins freely. If we turn it on, actually, it might be spinning up the ring. Hold on. I don't know if I ever tested this with the SAS on. Oh yeah, the ring's spinning up. If I increase the torque too much, yeah, then it spins the central station. But if I find like a good like a middle point, I think like 30 is good. Yeah, 30. There you go. Again, this is still spinning. The tanks will help with that. But yeah, there you go. We got a bit of spin action there. But anyway, yeah, we'll go. Let's just go ahead and add the tanks, and get some Kerbals on here. Yeah. But yeah, no, I like this thing. I think it looks pretty cool. It's a big low Kerbal orbit station for our needs. Yeah, and it looks really cool with the lights on. That's a cool shot. That's a really cool shot. Anyways, enough of that. Let's go ahead and go to the Space Center. Let's go ahead and launch some fuel up to it. So yeah, I actually already designed the tank sections, and I actually already designed a rocket to put them on. I just need to go ahead and load that in. So this is the rocket right here, and we have the 3 tanks up here in this fan ring, all auto-strutted and stuff. But yeah, one thing I am missing is this upper stage has no way to deorbit itself, and that would be quite a shame to just leave this thing stuck in orbit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach a small strut somewhere? Or maybe a radial attachment point? No, like right here-ish. Can I just like get it like right in the middle? Sure, you know what? Fine, like that. That works. And then I'll just offset it into the middle. There we go. Okay, so that'll be our attachment point. There we'll attach a big reaction wheel. Nope, the big one. There you go. Big reaction wheel. So we can spin this thing around, and we'll attach a remote control unit. And why not? Let's make this recoverable. Let's attach a bunch of radial parachutes. This will be a recoverable upper stage. There we go. We can have some drogues too, why not? There we go. So that'll be recoverable. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that'll be our recoverable upper stage. And yeah, the rest of this rocket looks good. Okay, let's launch this thing. So yeah, I guess another thing to mention actually is these tanks were actually on the station in the live stream. But I ended up having to launch the station again because the gravity rings didn't quite work, and for the Kraken issues, as I said. But yeah, these tanks were actually originally on the station, but they were empty. So I'm like, why launch the station with empty tanks when you can launch the station with full tanks? Or, you know, launch a separate load with full tanks. Because, like, you know, the station, it's already big as is. It took a massive rocket to get that thing into orbit. And yeah, having the fuel tanks fully loaded would have added to the complexity. So I'm like, you know what, let's drain them. But if you're going to drain them, why not just do it on a separate launch with them full of fuel? It made more sense that way. And I think you guys will agree. And I'm going to set the LKO station as our target. And we'll go ahead and warp to a point where it's right about ready to be launched to. There we go. So that's a good point to launch. Let's go ahead and control from this probe core. And we'll go ahead and fire it up. 3, 2, 1, ignition. Beautiful. What a glorious rocket. So unlike with the big station, we can actually start pitching over relatively soon. Yeah, with the big station, I pretty much went straight up and then straight sideways because, yeah, the aerodynamic forces on it were quite immense because we couldn't use a fairing because of how big that gravity ring was. Yeah, that was definitely a very tricky launch. Oh, booster. There we go. See ya. Oh, shoot. These are not the stage I want. Let's just change those real quick. Thank you. Yeah, those parachutes would have got deployed a little prematurely. I'm sure it would have been fine, because we're going a bit too fast for parachutes to work right now anyways, but still, make sure those are on the right stage. Okay, we're about to stage to our upper stage. That'll carry us the rest of the way to space. Upper stage ignition. Okay, go ahead and deploy the fairings. There we are. And we can see the beautiful tanks. Look at these boys. Actually make it into orbit? I'm not sure if this is actually going to make it into orbit. I might have to add bigger boosters. Yeah, just get our apoapsis up to like 80. I mean, the station orbits at 100. So if we can get our apoapsis up to 100, that would be good. But for right now, I just want to kind of circularize. Just because, yeah, I'm not even sure if we can make it into orbit right now. Oh, we're completely at a wrong inclination for the station. The station's actually, yeah, it's got a bit of a tilt to it. Or, yeah, we got a tilt to us. It's kind of hard. Yeah, we're tilting up a little bit. It's tilting down. So Rendezvous might be a bit tricky. We'll see, though. Can we even get into orbit, though? Barely. Barely can. Okay. And what's our relative speed here? What's our relative speed at this encounter right here? 414. Yeah, no, we can't rendezvous with this. So we need a bit bigger of a launch vehicle. Okay. That's fine. We have the ability to revert. So yeah, let's just build more boosters. Probably 4 boosters, actually, maybe. More boosters? How many more boosters? Yeah. Bigger. Better rocket. Done. So we can just add, like, I don't know, 4 more. Yeah. That should do it. Yeah, there we go. That's got good thrust ratio all the way up. Hope for the upper stage. Upper stage is kind of lacking, but hopefully it'll be high enough where upper stage thrust won't matter too much. Yeah, or it won't matter if it's that good or not. But yeah, there we go. Just made it a bit taller. It's now a taller boy rocket. It's now a tall rocket. Does orange make it look better? I'm not sure. I don't mind it being the black and white color. That's fine. Okay. That should be good. That's 4,000 meters per second at Delta V. Yeah, let's try this. I'll go ahead and just skip through the launch because you guys kind of already saw it. So yeah, let's go ahead and skip to the part where we get into a nice orbit, hopefully. So there we go, we have inserted ourselves into a nice high orbit. Oh yeah, we didn't wait for a proper window, but that's fine. We'll be able to rendezvous just as fine. Plus, our orbit's pretty inclined, so we weren't going to get an encounter within one orbit anyway because of how inclined we are. Which is fine. That is fine. Yeah. You know, I kind of like having the station be at a slight tilt. It kind of, you know, adds some personality to it. But yeah, it would have been nice if it was perfectly equatorial. But yeah, like I said, it was a pretty hefty thing. So, yeah. If we were trying to be efficient, I probably would have launched a little bit south. But, yeah, we're fine. We have plenty of fuel now in this upper stage. So anyway, we'll just go ahead and coast to our apoapsis, which is over here. I guess we can go ahead and stage this bottom tank. It's only got 13 meters per second left in it. And I guess I can do a little bit of our burn. But yeah, this rocket was definitely way over-engineered. So we went from not really being able to get into orbit to way over-engineered. Because, yeah, we have the whole, like, first stage of a Saturn V just still attached to us. On... burn and stage and oh, come on. Okay, fine. I'll do it manually. Decouple and activate. There we go. Okay. I was worried after it didn't work when I hit stage if that something bad had happened. Oh, there we go. We're off. We're off into orbit. Orbital insertion. Here we go. Okay, so let's set up a course so that we can rendezvous with this space station, shall we? Okay, that's just going to take a very long time. It's going to take several days. I mean, we can wait a couple days. I don't mind waiting days. I just wish this clicker would happen quicker. So 2.3 kilometer separation. That's pretty good just as is. I say we just warp to that, 240 meter per second relative speed. Yeah. So we're just going to warp to our maneuver in 13 days. Just go ahead and spin around the Earth a bunch. Whee! Look at the moon go by. I mean, yeah, it's an unmanned vessel, so... yeah. I'm sure this is probably what NASA would do. Just nice and slow. Make sure that you get that encounter eventually. I mean, granted, we have fuel that's currently in the process of boiling off. Well, it's probably insulated. No, these tanks are fully insulated. We're just testing to making sure that they can hold fuel for an extended period of time, and they can. We've still got fuel in these tanks. The fuel's still here. The fuel hasn't evaporated or anything, so we're fine to continue this this docking. Okay. So here there's our like 9-kilometer separation, and then here comes our very close separation. And I mean, yeah, it's literally probably just gonna be like a normal burn. Just a big old inclination change. Okay, so let's aim towards our target, which is the space station. Okay, there it is. I can see it. I can see the station. But yeah, we have visual confirmation of the station. Let's go ahead and aim towards the target once again. You think it's big, but then, compared to Kerbal, this thing looks minuscule. Oh my god, like, look at how tiny it is. It's so tiny compared to Kerbal. I mean, that makes sense. Kerbal's a planet. Oh, we're approaching the dark side of Kerbal. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that beautiful space station. We got mono-repellent thrusters on each of these tanks so that they can dock themselves. They also have their own reaction wheels and probe cores and everything. So yeah, each of these tanks are automated. But I want to get as close as possible so that we can, spare them as much as possible. Try to conserve fuel as much as possible. So this will be our final pulse towards the station before the sun goes down. Okay, and that's our final retrograde burn. And yeah, we're gonna have to wait until the sun comes up again before we can initiate this, Oh, it's drifting away. Because of course it is, it's a space station. What do you expect? If we're not docked to it, it's gonna drift away. Okay, there we go. Okay, 138. Perfect, and the sun's about to come up. Let's begin this docking. Let's jettison tank 1. Okay. Oh, that shot it off. Okay, so there. Okay, I can see the docking ports. Okay, I can see the docking ports we're docking to. Those are pretty easy to see. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see through the glare, but you can still see the space station. Yeah, I want to dock to maybe that port right there. Yeah, that one. And we'll control from here. We'll make sure that we're targeting that port. There we go. And then we'll turn on RCS. And the docking mode. First off, let's slow her down a bit. Slow her down. We're kind of coming in a little quick. Actually, we're kind of going for this bottom one right here. It doesn't really matter what port we go for. It's just matters that we go for a docking port. Don't matter where we dock, as long as we just dock. That's pretty much what I just said. That's basically what I just said. Okay, we got 600 units in this thing. That's plenty. Yeah, I want to conserve as much, because we want to put a little bit of mono-repellent on the station itself. But yeah, we can use a little bit for just our docking. But yeah, we want to conserve a little bit because you don't want to leave the station just without any mono-propellant. We're going to want to load up some vessels with mono-propellant that dock here. But yeah, we have 600 units, so I doubt we'll go through all 600 units. Okay, come on. This is the hardest part. I think I'll just let it do its thing. Let the magnets do their thing. Is that how we do it? We're not. Yeah, we're kind of skewed a little bit. There we go. Okay. Just crank up this acquire force. Yeah, wiggle it, wiggle it. Wiggle it. Yes, wiggle it. There we go. Okay, first tank docked. Ooh, look at that. That looks pretty good. Okay, looks pretty aligned too. Yeah, I'd say so. Okay. So that's tank 1 done. Flung away. Perfect. Okay. So, which port do we want? That is the question. So we're gonna go for that one right next to the one that we just... yeah, we're gonna go for the port right next to the tank that just docked. I think radial out is actually gonna be aligned. Yeah. Yeah, radial out is more aligned with this docking port. Okay. So yeah, this docking was a lot better. Saved a lot more monopropellant this go around. Okay, haven't quite finished it yet though, actually. Go, wiggle it down. There we go. Got it. 2 down, 1 to go. Does that one look a little off? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if that last one looks a little off. Anyway, let's just yeah, we're just gonna undock this one as is. See you later. Upper stage. We'll just have you anti-target and just fly completely in the opposite direction of the space station. We'll deorbit you later. But yeah, goodbye. It's got like 3,000 meters per second of delta V on it, which is crazy talk. There we go. Okay. We got our docking port selected. Yeah, okay. Some of these are docked backwards and forwards, but it's fine. They're kind of symmetrical, so it all looks the same. Oh, and we're getting a nice sunset there. Go down. Wait, which way's down? That way's down. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Which way's up? Which way's down? I don't know. I guess we're going for this port again. Okay. There we go. Okay, I think we got it. Control from here. Make sure that's target. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we got it. Okay. We're lined up. We got it. Dock it in. Come on, dock it. They're slightly misaligned. Okay. Okay, turn off SAS. Crank up the acquire force and just let the magnets do their thing. There we go. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so there we go. That's all the tanks docked to the station. Looks very nice. Let's go ahead and get this in the sunlight. And we can go ahead and try out the... yeah, we can go ahead and try out spinning up the gravity rings. Actually, let's make sure these are all aligned. So that looks pretty good. This one, not quite. Let's go ahead and just adjust that a little bit. Oh. Whoa. Oh, no. Oh, no. The Kraken hates it. No. No, the Kraken hates it. That's so upsetting. Yep, so there it is. All 3 tank docks, and I think the Kraken's just gonna rip it to pieces, isn't it? Or not? Maybe just remove the auto struts. Yeah, disable these. Disable. So let's try that. Let's see if that works. Okay, so I think it was just that auto strut issue. That's good. Okay. Yeah, this thing is definitely very, very prone to Kraken. But yeah, let's go ahead and test out the gravity ring. Let's go ahead and turn on SAS so that these reaction wheels can counter the torque. And we'll go ahead and set this to, I don't know, 20. You know, that's slowly starting to spin up the gravity ring. A little bit more. How much can we go? We can probably go pretty quick, can't we? Yeah, because the ring is no longer the least resistance. Okay, at about, like, 70, it starts to spin the station. But at 60, it can actually hold quite well. Yeah, this is starting to spin. I think SAS is taking over, though, hopefully. There we go. There we go, look at that. Maybe, I mean, yeah, we can probably drop this down to, like, 30 now that we're actually spinning. And there we go. But with that, so yeah, this last docking port, we can dock a crew arm to it. But yeah, this thing should now have how much fuel? 23,000 liquid fuel and 10,000 oxidizer. Okay, there we go. That's pretty cool. Yeah, these look relatively aligned, actually. I don't think I need to really... I was thinking I would have to do the docking port rotation to make sure these motor propellant tanks lined up, but no, it seems fine. Okay, now the station's actually spinning. Okay, so maybe now we just can like shut off the torque. There we go. Okay, no, the whole station's still spinning. Okay, please stop spinning. Please stop spinning. Okay, now SAS is taking over. It works. It looks cool. I might actually do the For All Mankind thing where they had, because in For All Mankind they had like thrusters on the ring to spin it up. Maybe I could try that. That way we don't have to worry about inducing a torque into the central unit. We could just have thrusters on the side. But yeah, either way, that looks pretty cool. So yeah, I guess, yeah, next launch, we'll probably get some crew up here and stuff. But yeah, before we do that, let's go ahead and deorbit our little booster friend. And we can go ahead and deorbit him right over the KSC because, well, we got like 3,000 units of liquid fuel. So that works. Here comes the deorbit time. Yeah, we slowed down quite a bit. And we can always do some entry burns. Okay, fire the engine. There we go. Do some entry burns. So we don't overheat. There go the chutes. Oh, and hey, at least the meadow looks nice. And hey, we did recover part of the vessel, so I consider that a win. That's a win. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.